In this PowerPoint, we're going to look at the skeletal and muscular systems and see what the important organs are, what the functions of the systems are, and how they interact with each other. Hope you enjoy it. The skeletal system has several different functions that helps the body. The very first one is that it provides the shape that you are, and it gives you support as you're standing up, and it helps to provide that additional support against gravity. It also allows for movement. Without the skeletal system, you would have to ooze around rather than being able to move around efficiently. Part of its job is also to provide protection to the vital organs, such as the lungs, the heart. It protects the brain. So all of those major organs that help keep your body systems working efficiently need a little additional protection, and that provides for that. It also creates blood cells, specifically the red and white blood cells, and there's a part of each bone that has a location for those blood cells to be created. Also, the major organ associated with the skeletal system is the bones. The skeletal system also has some major tissues that are involved in helping it be efficient and work efficiently. One of the major ones is the cartilage, and the cartilage is like what your nose is made out of and your ears are made of, and it's flexible. It's very flexible, but its job is to provide a cushion, and you find cartilage anywhere that bone meets bone. You don't want those bones to rub against each other because it would be very, very painful. So that cartilage provides just a location there that can be lubricated, and they move easily. So as you bend your joints, your bones don't rub against each other. So it makes it much more efficient and not painful at all. But because you have so many different bones that are together to keep them as one unit, you have to have ligaments. And the ligament is a tissue that connects your bone to bone. And so that would hold your body system, your skeletal system together. The marrow, which is the inside of the bones, are the site where the red and white blood cells are produced. And you have yellow marrow and you have red marrow, and the red marrow is where the red blood cells are going to be created. The inside, the marrow of the bones, that's all on the inside, and you might can associate that with the chicken leg. When you break that chicken leg, that little red on the inside, that's kind of the marrow that you see there. It's not solid, so it's little pieces of bone that is there, because you can't have real solid bone because it would be too heavy for you to move around, so it wouldn't be real efficient. But you kind of have a massive spider web, so to speak, made of bones all on the inside of your bones. Joints are where two bones meet, so anywhere you have a bones meeting bone, you have joints. Now, if we were going to hang here for very long, we would go into great detail about the different kinds of joints, but you have ball and socket joints, which allow you to have full rotation, and you have those in your shoulders and in your hips, so you can swing those out and about. You have hinge, like your elbow and your knee, where it only goes so far. And then, your vertebrae is able to do some twisting around the vertebrae or the bones that you find in your back. Now, moving on to the muscular system, we find that the muscular system's function is to actually provide for the movement. It is going to move those bones around. So even though the bones provide the structure, it's going to be the muscular system that actually moves those bones and allows you to move or causes you to move. This is going to allow you to react to environmental changes that you encounter, and so this will help you be able to keep your body safe if you would need to run or react in any way. The major organs of the muscular system are going to be three different types of muscles that we find. We have skeletal muscles that are going to be involved in the skeletal system. Smooth muscles, which are going to be part of the digestive tract, the respiratory tract, anything to do with organs. Most of the organs, you're going to find smooth muscles, and cardiac muscles. And that's going to strictly be your heart. There are two types of muscles, two classification groups of muscles, voluntary muscles and involuntary muscles. Voluntary muscles are muscles that you move purposefully. You intend to move them. You think about moving them. These are your skeletal muscles. So when you move around, when you raise your hand in class or when you walk across the floor, you intend to do that, and that's going to be voluntary muscles. Voluntary muscles will react very quickly to what you want it to do, but they also tire very quickly. Involuntary muscles work without you thinking or being conscious about their movement. So they're gonna be your smooth muscles, most of your organs. You don't have to think about your digestive tract moving that food along. You don't have to think about your cardiac muscle beating to pump that blood throughout your body, thank goodness. And those are all involuntary, so we don't have to think about them to make them function. Now, all muscles work in pairs. They have opposite muscles, so as one contracts or shortens, the other one, the opposite one, will relax and lengthen, so that allows for movement, and that would allow for, you like to pull your arm up, your bicep would contract, and your tricep, which is on the underside of your arm, would relax. If you wanted to that would bring your arm up. If you wanted to lower your arm, your tricep would contract and shorten. At the same time, your bicep would relax and lengthen so that you could bring your arm down. Now, those muscles have to be able to be attached to the bones, so the tissue that's involved in connecting muscle to bone are tendons. And so those are very, very important tissues in the muscular system. These systems work together. The muscular system and skeletal system work hand in hand together to help us move.